Hi, David. And Joyce, how you doing? All right now, inviting friends to join me today. I'm doing a little thing. I'm actually committing myself to do this thing every week. And I'll be talking about my Empower Up cards. So I'm not sure if you know what they are, but stay tuned. I'll be glad to share them. I created these cards um, a couple of years ago, and so a few people know about them. Hi, hi Jacqueline. A few people know about them, and I just want to let more people know about them. Now, I am doing this from my computer, and it seems like I can only invite 10 people. I don't know if that's at a time and in a 5-minute span or the whole Facebook Live. I'm not really sure. So what I would say is if you're on, let your friends know, let your peoples know. I know this is showing up on my page, so I'm expecting that whoever passes by can drop by and stick around. I really appreciate you for being here. So I wanted to put this on my Facebook page. There's a lot I need to learn about Facebook marketing and all this stuff. I have a page that's called Things Educators Do, and it's for tips and tricks that I've actually started the page for me so that I can go back to these articles and these ideas to take to the classroom. And I decided to invite other people slowly. I wasn't really not really promoting it like big time, but it's becoming a resource for others, and that's what I'd like it to be. And I might be changing its name. So I have this big idea, this big project that I'm working on. That's my business. It's an initiative supporting my business. So things educators do can be a part of it. I'm just not sure if I want to keep that name. I like that name. So let's see. And in any event, this video is not it's not hosted by Things Educators Do because I couldn't figure out how to invite my friends. So I'm here on my personal page. That's why I said all that. So welcome. Join me, share out, tag others. I'm excited to see where this is going to go. I'm expecting to do these every week. So Saturday is my chosen day. And probably 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, not 1:30. This is kind of late. But I've been setting this up for about an hour and a half. So I had good intentions to start it earlier. Anyhow, I am here, and this is really critical acknowledgement that I am here right now because that's what the message is conveying. I'm going to get into that. I just want to give some other people time to check in. Hi, Beverly. Thanks for joining me. I'm so excited. We're going to play today. All right. So I was sharing that I have these EmpowerUp cards that I'm going to share with you in a minute. And I've had them for a couple of years, and I want other people to know about them. And I'm figuring that I would read a card and explain my background for creating that card once a week. So Saturdays, you can look for me next Saturday around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And let's see what else I want to talk about. Oh, EmpowerUp. So let me tell you a little something about EmpowerUp. A couple of friends and myself, let's say maybe 8 years ago, have been going to these seminars, and these seminars had given us these great little affirmation cards and pages. So the seminar was driven by affirmations, and we enjoyed them. When we left the seminar, when I left the seminar, I was like, okay, doing my best to read the cards. But then I said, let me involve my other friends. Hey, speech. Let me involve my other friends in this. And I just wrote down a message from the card, one message a day, and I texted to my folks. And the next day I sent the next message on the card. And we had a couple couple of cards because we went to a couple of seminars. And for those of you like who speak with know, this is actually the Millionaire Mind, right? Peak potentials. Remember those days? So yes, I put those messages on these on the text message to my friends, maybe 5 or 6 of them, and I ran out of messages. It was those I maybe did that for 3 weeks or so, and there were no more messages. But at the same time, even though I've been attending these seminars for years and had the messages on paper and somewhere in my cells in my body, writing them, the act of writing them and sharing them did something to me. So my mind was activated and I was seeing the things in different ways. So I'd be walking down the street or in a whatever at work, and I would see people interact with each other, or I would have a thought or an idea, and the words would come to me. So I wrote the words down on a piece of paper, and I started playing with it because it was really an idea, and then from the idea I created the words. So it was the next day, that day when I didn't have any messages to take from the cards from the Peak Potentials organization, I shared my message. And the next day I had another message. And the next day I had another message. And I kept doing that. I actually did that for 3 years. Yes, I have 3 years worth of messages. So I have received such good feedback from them that I decided that I was going to take it to the next step. Like my friends are my friends, but they are so truthful. They'll tell me when I'm doing good. They'll tell me when I'm not doing good. So I know that they weren't blowing smoke up my you know what, right? So I felt like this was a good thing. So I found a company online and I created this book. So some of you might remember this book, EmpowerUp. I did the artwork, actually. The artwork that's on the book, I did it at my daughter's junior high. Junior high class for parent engagement type of thing. And they had the supplies there, and I just started coloring, and I had to get a good time. Anyway, these are the messages. I put them in the book format. Hi, David. And I sold the book. The organization, however, that allowed me to put this book together online is no longer in business, and I wasn't able to produce this book. So this book is out of print. What I did next was to take these to Martel. I did doing some research years later after the book. I was like, I would like to have some cards. Oh, and the idea for the cards came from my memory of my grandmother having this thing called bread, daily bread. Now, I know this is a religious concept, and maybe some of you can recognize. If you do recognize, please let me know. Say, yes, I remember daily bread. Tell me what you think the daily bread is before I say anything else. Because I have this memory, and it was a great bonding time between me and my grandmother when we addressed this daily bread. I'm not seeing any comments. So I'll just go ahead and say, obviously you can guess that maybe the daily bread was cards, right? So I remember these cards in a box, right? Little brown box, if I remember correctly, the top open, and inside were all these cards. So if you've ever played Taboo, you know what the Taboo box looks like, and then the cards are inside? Well, that's kind of what the daily bread was like. And what my grandmother would do is she would take a card out every day and she would read it. And it was a scripture on it. It was a message from the Bible. And it wasn't so much the message because I wasn't so much into that. It was just the experience that this every day was a different message. And you never knew what that message was. And I knew the message meant something. And I knew it meant something more, a whole lot to my grandmother. So I was there. Anyway, here are my cards. I have them in a nice little bag. And when so you can order these cards. There are 36 cards in here. I didn't do all my 3 years of messages. I'm only starting a little bit at a time. So 36 cards. My artwork is on here. Right? And on the other side, the messages. So I have this orientation problem. I'm not quite sure how to hold this up so you can see it. There you go. And that's today's message. So I'm going to read it. Can I read it? This moment is gone. This moment is gone. This moment is gone. No time to waste. Do it now. So that's simple. I have others that are complicated. I wanted to start out with something simple. And this was also meaningful to me because I've been wanting to do Facebook Lives for a while, like really consistently, particularly since I was gathering the details of my business. And I really felt like I should be in front of people saying something about something, right? And I have a lot of things to say. You don't know that because I'm not here saying it. And I have to break that pattern. And when do I get to do it? I get to do it now. So how come I don't see anybody writing? Let me know that you're out there because I might be talking to an audience of 0. So let me know that you're out there if you're out there. I really appreciate if you came in and then had to step off. I know that you have things to do. This is a Saturday, in the middle of the Saturday. So I get that. This is the day to do errands. And this is the day to do those things that you have to do now. So understandable. If you're there, let me know. But if you're not, I know that you can catch this at a later date. Hey there, how you doing? Oh, long time. All right, so I'm talking about the cards that I created in the EmpowerUp series. So this is my artwork on the back, it says EmpowerUp. And the card that I'm reading today, this is the message. And I typed the message in the description as when I invited you. So I wanted to say the reason I don't remember the story behind. Hi Kim, how you doing? I don't remember the story behind this card that I wrote some years ago. But the point is really obvious. Like, do it now, stop procrastinating. We only have right now. So I shared with you that it's been a couple of weeks that I wanted to do a Facebook Live or something, and I wasn't prepared. I didn't have this, I didn't have that, I wasn't ready, my hair wasn't done. Like all this stuff was getting in the way, and I wasn't doing it now, and time passed. So time passed, I get older, things change, like whatever. We can procrastinate ourselves out of an idea. I could have kept procrastinating to the point when this didn't make sense to me anymore. But it does make sense, and I'm doing it now. Right now is where the action is. Right now is where the life is. And this moment, right now that I'm speaking to you, is gone already, right? Hey, so I say now, that's gone. The moment is gone. I say now, that moment is gone. Now, this moment is gone. That's the point. Moments come and go like this. They don't stick around. My grandmother said, tomorrow's not promised to no one. She used to say that a lot. And she really said that when I would tell her, I'll do it tomorrow. I didn't get it done today. It's okay. And she would harp on me about that, and it was pretty annoying. But the reality is that we don't know if we're going to be able to do it later, because we don't know if later is going to come. So this is my inspiration to you. What is it that you have to do? What is it that you have to do now that you're not doing now? Is it a project that you're working on? Is it calling somebody? Is it taking care of yourself? What is it? Is it thinking about something that's really hard to think about that you don't really want to think about it? So if you're there, don't just sit and watch me, join me, right? So the good thing about it is that, if you're shy, just be camera shy, but don't be text shy. So you can write the words and nobody can see your face if that's what it is, but tell me something. Share with me, play with me, please. What do you have to do now? Or what have you done now? Right? In that moment of now, whether that now was yesterday or last year, when you made the decision, I'm going to do this now. What did you do? And also, what is it costing you to not do it now? Right? Think about that. If you don't do it now, what happens? You don't pick up the phone and call somebody, what happens? Right? Maybe that somebody won't be around tomorrow. And you'll never be able to speak to them because they've really gone on. to another realm. Who knows? Regrets are not good. Will Smith, I posted this video by Will Smith this morning. So you might have seen it. If you didn't, you can go back to see it when I finish this live, and I'll be finishing in a few minutes. He's telling the story of how the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came to be. And he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't planning it. He didn't know anything about it. He just happened to be at the right place at the right time. He was with Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones said, do an audition for me right now. Will's like, nah. How about next week? Quincy Jones was playing along with him. It's like, okay, next week, but that might get postponed and then it'll be later. So Will was like, okay, so 3 weeks from now. Quincy Jones is like, okay. Or you can take 10 minutes right now and change your life forever. And Will was like, oh, shoot. And for real, you can take 10 minutes right now and change your life forever. How do you want to change your life forever by doing something right now? Can you imagine that? Tell me. Feedback, please. Another thing I just want to say, this doesn't mention, I'm not going to get into any detail, this I can do later, but our brain can only process one thing at a time. So I just have this habit of multitasking. So I'll be working on a project, I'll be talking to someone, I'll be texting, I'm doing all these things, but I realize my brain will shut down on me. My brain will be like, I can't, I'm feeling it in my body as I get stressed. So I know I can't do more than one thing at a time, 2 for extended periods of time. Thanks for the thumbs up. So I'm getting to learn how to create the habit of not doing that. But, habits take a little bit of time to create. Hi, Joyce. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. We are discussing the message on my cards. I have this pack of cards. There are 36 in here. They're called EmpowerUp. And today's message is about doing it now. So I'm sharing that, how important that is. And I'm saying this for me, and I'm saying this for you. We don't have tomorrow. And I'm speaking about multitasking, so we can only do one thing at a time. And my challenge in life right now is not multitasking. So I do want to say that I am creating resilient initiatives to help people to create a better life for themselves. And I'm partnering with organizations, and I'll be letting you know more about that. Yes, that's right. Do it now. Stay in the present. You're very welcome for the message. So I do. So one of my resilience initiatives is the empowerment card. So I want to slow down and remind you that you can purchase your very own EmpowerUp deck of cards that you can choose every day at random and take the message into your life. You can get the cards at reproductiveawakening.com/cards. So I will write that in here so that you can see that. Repro, reproductiveawakening.com/cards. Reproductive Awakening/cards. And I also do red tints, so you can learn about the red tints on the Reproductive Awakening page. Red tints, you've seen me do Facebook Lives and invitations on that. Hi, Mary Ellen. Thank you for joining me. I also have to do mindfulness, so I've taught mindfulness to children in the after-school program in the DC PS schools. DC, I'm living in DC. For those of you who don't know, I used to live in Brooklyn, New York. I'm now in Washington, DC. So mindfulness is another resilience initiative that I do. Oh, let me back up. Red tints are the conversations that women have. So it's the womb stories, right? The taboo conversations, all that stuff about us as women. How we feel about it, what people say about us being women, and how we live our lives with the expression of being women or whether we like to be women or not, whether we understand what that means to be women or not. We get to talk about those things in a non-judgmental space. And another resilience initiative is ACEs and brain science. So ACEs I will share with you later and another Facebook Live, but basically the acronym is adverse childhood experiences. And these basically are toxic stress. Toxic stress. It affects our lives and the decisions we make. Our brain is a part of that experience, a very strong part of that experience. So I also teach the brain science. Knowing how to use your brain will help you get through those moments, right? And lastly, well, not necessarily lastly, but this is what I'm going to end with, is I'm partnering with Spirit of a Woman, and we are right now doing a Rites of Passage program for adult women. The Rites of Passage for adult women is a 3-week experience once a week that will allow you to look at those aspects of women, those aspects of your life that you can tweak and make it bigger and better so that you can do the things that you're up to do. And I guarantee you that I'm here, right here, on this Facebook Live, not just in general, because of my experience in working with Spirit of a Woman and Shawnee Benson Gibson. So there's many ways that I've been challenged to do different things over my life, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't have that, if I didn't go through that experience. Joyce says, no need to mention this aloud, but wow, I didn't know you moved to DC. Oh yeah, no problem. And the Rites of Passage is, there's a orientation for you to learn more. There are 4 dates set up that I know about. And I just want to let you know, if you're interested, just inbox me and I'll give you the details. But there's one on Sunday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and one on Friday. The Rites of Passage is, there's 2 components to it, 2 tracks. One of them is on the phone, so you don't have to be wherever the physical location is. You can join on the phone every week. But if you are in Brooklyn, like Joyce and some other of you on the call right now, you can join in the physical space in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm not sure, Joyce, if you're in Brooklyn. I know you're in New York, right? But I'm a coach, and so who is on, I'm not sure if she's still on, she's a coach. And we have a couple other coaches, dynamic people, dynamic women, who will be glad to share with you. So I've been speaking for 23 minutes. That's probably about 10 minutes longer than I thought I was going to. I do appreciate you for stopping by and sharing your comments and giving me your thumbs up and all that good stuff. I am basically signing off with my empowerment cards. Go to reproductiveawakening.com/cards. Get yours today. And next week, we'll talk about another card that I'm going to pull out of the deck. And maybe I'm going to wing it and not plan it, right? Anyhow, any comments, any last minute comments, or yes, give me those thumbs up, give me the heart, give me what else you got. I'm all for the acknowledgement. Keep me going. Thank you. Any other comments? Did I miss something? Did I confuse you at any point? Any questions? And I did ask a question, Joyce, and you weren't on earlier when I asked it, but you can definitely share now. What have you done now? As in, okay, you're leaving, have a super day. Question, take these questions home with you. What have you done now? What is there to do now? And what is it costing you to not do it now? Peace out. Thank you so much.